continue to track clearer conditions to start off our Sunday. At least briefly, we'll see some sunshine for the first half of the day. Actually quickly cleared out of any of those sprinkles we had for our late Saturday, and only a few lower clouds left over this morning. Actually can just barely pick those out, spinning around some low pressure still to the east of us, as that's still kind of close to mid-Missouri. I'm expecting clouds to return today, overall keeping mid-Missouri fairly cold, so you'll want at least an extra layer or two, as well as we'll be tracking high wind gusts here. Not a bad idea to even bring out the windbreaker here, as those winds could even reach 30 to 35 miles per hour here. That's coming in from the northerly direction. That's going to be keeping us cooler here today as we're near that low pressure system still. That's what's fueling this cloud cover and those winds. That's keeping us about 10 or more degrees cooler for the season here. Just in those upper 50s today. That is a pretty dramatic cool down compared to even just yesterday. So definitely stay bundled up if you're heading out for the end of the weekend here, and we'll still even for the early work week follow those colder conditions, especially with our overnight lows for several days here. We're trending still below average. We should be getting these lows to the upper 40s here, but we're on that other end, even closer to the 30s for parts of mid-Mo for the next couple of days. So certainly grab those extra layers here, but you'll see in the afternoon from Monday through midweek. Wednesday we're looking dry there here, as we'll have high pressure overhead that's allowing temperatures to rise, but this pattern is really not very welcome as we're behind on our rainfall, and this is really just kind of plugging up the jet stream. We'll actually have high pressure practically directly overhead for the first half of the work week. That's what's keeping us dry. This is just a general picture of what our pattern will look like. Though by late week, I will finally be tracking a shift in this. This high pressure will actually shift back a bit to the west, kind of reverse of what we typically see. If this low pressure trough is what we call this dip here, if that can get closer back to mid-Missouri, kind of disturb our conditions a bit, we'll get some more chances for rain, but we desperately need that here at this point as our drought is continuing to ramp up. Actually, we'll get a new drought update before any of those rain chances return to the area. Our next reading will cut off by Tuesday. We'll get that update by Thursday. We'll likely see an expansion of that coverage with our drought here. And also, as we're staying dry through about Wednesday here, especially be aware of that high pollen count as well, especially for the next couple of days. Also mentioned those winds. That's going to be really whipping that pollen around. So all that working together, unfortunately for pretty dry start to the week when we don't really need that dry air here. We are falling further behind on our seasonal rainfall. We will have a chance for that from Thursday into the early part of the weekend, though it's not looking like a washout by any means, and we will certainly need that rain to hold on as much as it can.